Have you ever been jolted awake by a sudden, knife-like pain tearing through your calf in the middle of the night? One second, you are dreaming peacefully, and the next, your leg turns into a block of stone, your muscles twisting and locking so tight that you cannot even cry out. That searing pain feels endless, but what if it is not just a random spasm? What if it is your body's desperate cry for help? Every night, millions of adults over 50 experience the same agony. Some think it is dehydration. Others blame poor circulation or fatigue. But science reveals a deeper truth, a hidden imbalance inside your muscles and nerves that silently builds up through years of stress, poor nutrition, and magnesium depletion. Ignoring it could mean sleepless nights, restless legs, or even nerve damage over time. The good news is, you can stop this painful cycle naturally. No harsh drugs, no sleepless fear. Just gentle, medically proven remedies that relax your muscles, balance your minerals, and help your body heal while you sleep. In this video, we will uncover the real cause of night leg cramps and show you step by step how to restore calm to your body. Stay with me to the end, because one simple change tonight could mean the difference between a painful midnight and the best sleep of your life.
To understand how to stop night leg cramps, we first need to understand what truly happens inside the body during those terrifying seconds when your muscles seize. The term cramp may sound harmless, but medically, it is an intense, involuntary contraction of one or more muscle fibers, triggered by an imbalance between the nerves and the electrolytes that control them. Every movement of your body, from walking to blinking, depends on a delicate electrical dialogue between your brain, your spinal cord, and your muscles. This communication relies on minerals such as calcium, potassium, sodium, and magnesium. When these ions are perfectly balanced, electrical signals flow smoothly. When the balance is disrupted, the message becomes distorted, and muscles misfire, contracting without warning or release. At the core of every muscle lies the motor neuron. It acts like a messenger, sending electrical impulses that tell the muscle when to contract and when to relax. However, when the neuron becomes overexcited, it continues firing even when it should stop. This overactivity sends repeated bursts of electrical current into the muscle, causing it to tighten uncontrollably. That is the burning pain we recognize as a cramp. But what makes these neurons hyperactive, especially at night? The answer lies in a combination of physiology, aging, and lifestyle. During the day, your body maintains blood flow and mineral circulation efficiently. At night, when we lie still, circulation to the lower limbs slows. For individuals with varicose veins, diabetes, or peripheral artery disease, oxygen delivery to muscles becomes insufficient. When oxygen levels drop, lactic acid accumulates, irritating the muscle fibers and triggering sudden spasms. Even the nervous system's control center in the spinal cord changes with age. Research shows that older adults have fewer inhibitory neurons, meaning their muscles receive fewer stop signals during rest. This makes cramps more common after the age of 50. We must also consider micro-level fatigue. Each muscle fiber stores a small amount of energy called ATP. When this reserve runs low due to overuse, long walks, or prolonged standing, the muscle struggles to maintain its resting state. The nerve impulse threshold drops, and cramps can occur spontaneously, often in the middle of the night when muscles are cooling down. Nighttime posture can also trigger this condition. Many people sleep with their toes pointed downward, unknowingly keeping their calf muscles shortened for hours. The shortened position compresses blood vessels and builds mechanical tension. The moment you stretch or move, the muscle reacts violently, locking in a spasm. The fascinating part is that this is not just a muscular problem. It is a whole body conversation involving hydration, minerals, circulation, nerve balance, and energy metabolism. That is why quick fixes rarely last.
Stretching might help momentarily, but unless you restore the body's underlying balance, cramps will return. Imagine your body as a finely tuned orchestra. Magnesium keeps the rhythm steady. Potassium ensures harmony. Calcium brings energy, and oxygen gives life to every note. When one instrument plays out of tune, the entire symphony becomes chaotic. Muscle cramps are your body's cry that the music has gone wrong. The purpose of understanding this mechanism is not to scare you, but to empower you. Once you know that cramps come from electrical miscommunication, you can fix the message instead of just numbing the pain. In the next part, we will explore the hidden triggers behind this imbalance, how daily habits, dehydration, stress, and even certain medications quietly set the stage for night cramps to strike. When you can identify their root cause, the path to lasting relief becomes clear and achievable.
Now that we understand what happens inside the muscle during a cramp, it is time to uncover what sets the stage for this painful reaction. Most people believe leg cramps come out of nowhere, but the truth is they rarely strike without warning. Deep inside the body, small imbalances accumulate quietly until one night the system reaches its tipping point. The first and most common trigger is dehydration. When your body loses water, the concentration of sodium and potassium in the blood shifts dramatically. Muscles rely on a thin layer of fluid around each cell to conduct electrical signals. When that layer dries up, the current becomes erratic. Even mild dehydration after a hot day or a few glasses of wine at dinner can disrupt this balance enough to spark a nighttime spasm. Next comes electrolyte imbalance, particularly magnesium deficiency. Modern diets rich in processed foods but low in leafy greens and nuts have left millions of adults chronically low on magnesium. Add caffeine, stress, and certain medications that drain minerals through urine, and you have the perfect setup for nerve hyperactivity. Calcium deficiency can also play a role, especially in postmenopausal women, whose hormonal changes alter calcium absorption. Without adequate calcium, the interaction between nerve and muscle fibers becomes unstable. That is why cramps often accompany conditions like osteoporosis or vitamin D deficiency. Another silent culprit is circulation. Poor blood flow means fewer nutrients and less oxygen reaching muscle tissues. Varicose veins, peripheral artery disease, and prolonged sitting or standing all contribute. If your legs feel heavy, swollen, or cold before bedtime, it is a sign that your muscles are not getting enough circulation to recover overnight. Medications deserve careful attention too. Diuretics, commonly prescribed for high blood pressure, flush sodium and potassium from the body. Statins, used to lower cholesterol, can affect muscle metabolism and increase the risk of cramps. Even asthma inhalers and some antidepressants have been linked to nocturnal muscle spasms. It does not mean you should stop taking them, but your doctor should monitor your electrolyte levels and adjust your regimen if cramps become frequent. Pregnancy is another physiological trigger. As the uterus expands, blood flow is redirected and the demand for calcium and magnesium increases. The added pressure on leg veins during the third trimester can cause cramps severe enough to wake expectant mothers several times a night. Let us not overlook physical strain. Overexertion, especially after a period of inactivity, depletes energy stores in the muscle and creates microscopic damage. When muscles cool down during sleep, the damaged fibers contract unpredictably. This is why athletes and manual laborers often experience cramps after intense training or long work shifts. Temperature also matters. Sleeping in a cold room may slow circulation and cause muscle stiffness. Conversely, excessive heat can lead to fluid loss and electrolyte depletion. Maintaining a stable, comfortable sleep environment is a subtle yet powerful preventative measure. There is also a psychological layer to this condition. Chronic stress and anxiety increase cortisol, a hormone that affects how your body retains magnesium. Elevated cortisol not only drains minerals, but also keeps your nervous system in a constant state of alertness, amplifying the likelihood of involuntary spasms at night.
Age adds another piece to the puzzle. With time, muscle mass declines and nerve pathways become less efficient. The cushioning tissues that once supported smooth movement thin out, leaving muscles more sensitive to even minor chemical imbalances. In short, aging magnifies every small disturbance that a younger body could once handle effortlessly. Finally, posture and lifestyle habits quietly shape the risk. Sitting cross-legged for long hours, standing in one position, or wearing high heels shortens certain muscle groups, especially the calves. Over time, those muscles lose flexibility, making them more prone to sudden tightening when relaxed in bed. Even sleeping positions matter. Lying with feet pointed downward for hours shortens the calf and sets the stage for a midnight cramp. When you put all these pieces together, it becomes clear that night leg cramps are not random at all. They are the visible symptom of an invisible imbalance, one that involves your hydration, nutrition, hormones, circulation, stress, and lifestyle all at once. That is why one single pill or stretch cannot solve the problem permanently. The good news is that these causes are largely reversible. Once you identify your personal triggers, you can restore the body's natural equilibrium. In the next part, we will look at gentle, medically supported remedies to relax your muscles, improve circulation, and rebalance the minerals that keep your nerves calm.
If there is one comforting truth about night leg cramps, it is that your body is not broken. It is simply calling for balance, and nature offers many ways to restore it. Gentle methods, grounded in science and daily practice, can help retrain your muscles and nerves to find calm again. Let us begin with hydration, the most overlooked form of medicine. Your muscles are nearly 70% water, and even slight dehydration thickens the blood, slowing oxygen delivery. Start each morning with a glass of warm water and drink steadily throughout the day. In the evening, sip herbal tea rich in minerals such as chamomile or lemon balm to calm the nervous system while replenishing fluid. Avoid excess alcohol and caffeine after sunset, as both deplete magnesium and potassium stores. The next pillar is nutrition. The modern diet often lacks the very minerals your muscles depend on. Dark leafy greens, avocados, bananas, pumpkin seeds, almonds, and whole grains are rich in magnesium and potassium. If cramps persist, a magnesium glycinate supplement taken 1 hour before bed can relax the muscles safely. Always choose a form that the body absorbs easily rather than harsh salts that upset digestion. For calcium, turn to sardines, sesame seeds, and low-fat dairy. Vitamin D from gentle sunlight or supplements ensures calcium is properly absorbed. Remember that minerals work in harmony. Focusing on one while neglecting others can disturb the balance further. Gentle stretching before bed can transform how your muscles behave at night. Spend 5 minutes standing near a wall, placing your hands flat and pressing one foot back to stretch your calf. Feel the pull, breathe deeply, and release slowly. This motion lengthens the fibers and signals to your brain that the muscle can rest. Stretch the hamstrings and feet as well, using circular ankle movements to maintain flexibility. Massage is another ancient yet powerful therapy. Use warm oil, such as coconut or sesame, and gently massage your calves for 5 minutes each night. The warmth improves circulation, and the tactile stimulation relaxes nerve pathways. Some patients find relief using a heated compress or alternating warm and cool towels to stimulate blood flow. If you wake up during a cramp, do not panic. Breathe slowly and bring your toes toward your head while gently straightening the leg. Press the heel into the mattress to engage the opposite muscle group. This helps counteract the spasm naturally. Once the cramp releases, massage the area softly and walk a few steps to restore circulation. Beyond physical remedies, relaxation rituals can be profoundly healing. Stress is an invisible amplifier of cramps, keeping your nervous system alert when it should be at rest. Create a nightly ritual. Dim the lights,
play soft instrumental music, and focus on slow breathing. A warm foot soak in Epsom salt before bed combines the soothing power of heat with the magnesium your skin can absorb directly. Consider your sleep environment as well. A cool but not cold room supports muscle recovery. Keep your legs warm with a light blanket and avoid tight bedding that forces your feet downward. Elevating your legs slightly with a pillow improves venous return, reducing pooling of blood in the calves. Gentle movement during the day is equally essential. Regular walking, swimming, or cycling keeps circulation active and prevents the stagnation that often leads to nighttime spasms. If your work involves sitting long hours, stand up every hour to stretch your legs and rotate your ankles. These small movements maintain the dialogue between your nerves and muscles, reducing sudden misfires at night. Natural remedies also include mindfulness. Practices like gentle yoga or Tai Chi teach you to move with awareness, aligning breath with motion. Over time, this harmony restores the connection between mind, muscle, and nerve. Many patients report not only fewer cramps, but deeper, more restful sleep. For those with chronic cramps, balancing supplements with lifestyle adjustments brings the best results. Magnesium, potassium, and calcium from food, combined with hydration, stretching, and stress management, form a triad of healing that addresses both cause and symptom. Always remember that your body learns through repetition. The changes you make tonight send new messages to your nervous system. Within weeks, your muscles adapt to the rhythm of rest rather than tension. When you pair knowledge with gentle care, healing becomes effortless. In the final part, we will bring everything together, summarizing the key lessons and helping you build a nightly routine that turns restless nights into peaceful rest.
Your body is wiser than you think. Every cramp, every restless night, every moment of tension is not a punishment, but a message. It whispers that something needs care, balance, and attention. Once you begin to listen, healing no longer feels like a battle. It becomes a partnership between you and your own body. You now understand that night leg cramps are not random acts of discomfort. They are the body's natural alarm, signaling a lack of hydration, minerals, or calm. With the knowledge you have gained, you can choose to respond with compassion instead of frustration. When you stretch before bed, you are not just moving your muscles, you are retraining your nerves to rest. When you drink water mindfully, you are feeding your cells the element they crave most. When you breathe slowly and release the stress of the day, you are telling your nervous system it is safe to let go. These small actions, repeated daily, create profound change. Healing rarely happens overnight. It unfolds quietly in the background of your consistent care. The first night you sleep without pain will feel like a victory, but it will also feel like peace. And that peace grows each time you honor your body with patience and gratitude. Remember, true wellness does not come from quick fixes or harsh treatments. It comes from understanding, from gentle consistency, from respecting the signals your body sends you. You are not weak for having cramps. You are human for needing balance. So tonight, before you sleep, pause for a moment. Stretch, breathe, hydrate, and trust that your body is learning to heal. It has never stopped working for you. Now it is your turn to work with it. If you found this message meaningful, stay with us on this journey. At Gentle Health and Wisdom, we share the art of listening to your body, the science of calm, and the wisdom of aging gracefully. Subscribe, and let us continue this path together, one peaceful night at a time.